All right, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome to another daily chart breakdown, where I show you exactly the ins and outs, what I'm doing on a personal day-to-day basis in the markets. And our goal for our company and of our channel is to help you to get to the point where you don't need signals, you don't need anybody's help. You can be able to go ahead and become completely independent and confident to grow your account all by yourself. If you are that person that I'm speaking about and you want to be able to get access to more videos like this, go ahead and click on the like button. It's literally right there. I'll give you a second. Go ahead and click on that like button. And if you want to be able to tell me a little bit about yourself in the comment section, go ahead and do that as well. And I can see how I could personally be able to help you out. So what we're looking at right now is GJ. And before we get into GJ, go ahead and click on that like button right now if you haven't done so. It helps out the channel, it helps us out, and it also tells us that this is the type of video that you want to be able to get access to as time progresses. So click. Thank you. All right. So what I'm going to do right now, we already entered into GU. Right now, we're personally up 111 pips right now. This is it's over 1,000 pip move that we're looking to be able to get into. It's going to be a longer duration type move. But what I'm going to do right now is show you how do I know if I'm in the right trade or not, right? How do I know? I just entered in. Yeah, I'm up 111 pips, but this is, a 1,000 pip move. And this could be considered for any time frame. It could be, a time frame where you're looking at, a smaller time frame, like your main move is on the H1 time frame, and you want to see, okay, is this the right trade? Is it going in the right direction? How do I know definitively? And this could be a longer term trade, like what we're looking at right now, where it's based upon the daily time frames, but we look at lower time frames to be able to see. So make sure that you follow the entire video, and also make sure that you continue watching these videos over time so that you can be able to see the progression on how I maintain my trade. Okay, so I only take probably a couple minutes to be able to do these type of things. So what I want to do is, being the fact that here, let's start from the beginning. This is a daily time frames move, right? And what I did was um, I put out my fibs from the last, and mind you, for the downtrend, you place your fibs from the last lower high to the lowest low, and you're measuring the retracement, which is the next lower high. Okay, and that's where you want to enter in by going to a lower time frame. So the daily time frame is correlated with the H1 time frame, and that's for confirmation number one. Confirmation number two is like the H2 time frame. Okay, so point A, point B, all the way down here. Right, we want to get to the lowest point. Right, for this particular trade, and then we're measuring the retracement. Okay, so I went ahead and entered in. Let's go ahead and put where exactly I entered in at, so that we can be able to know. I entered in at 1.28858, and it's just one entry for now. 28858. Okay, so this is where I've entered in at. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this green so that we can remember. And we have a visitor. Not for now. Amy's going to school. Oh, she left. All right. So this is where we've entered in, right? And how did I know to enter in? Well, we went from point A to point B to point C. We see the fact that it's right around a key level, that daily key level right there, that red one. And if you don't know about key levels, I've actually put up a video. At the end of the video, oh, thank you. She brought me some tea. Thank you. You want to tell them to press like? Come. Go ahead, say press like.
Press like.
Like.
Press like.
Like.
Press like.
Good job. Okay, go ahead. Go watch your show, please. Close the door. Thank you. Okay. So what I did was I saw the fact that from point A to point B, we see the fact that 88.6, 78.6, it's a large region, but they're both near a key level. When it comes to the key levels, at the end of the video, there's going to be a button right to the right. If anything, if you look up, oh, if you look up right now, there's going to be a button that's going to lead you to how to be able to draw key levels on the monthly and weekly time frame, right? And then at the end of the video, it's going to lead you to a playlist. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put them up there. So when this is done, go ahead and click that. Okay. Either way, we see the fact that price got near these areas. What I do is I go to a lower time frame, the H1 time frame, and what I'm looking for are price slowing up a little bit and also breaks of structure. That's the main thing. And what do I see? What does breaks of structure mean? We're looking for a full bearish candle or a couple of full, well, one full bearish in this case, bearish candle, meaning one of these white candles, to close under the last low. And that's generally what we see here. This is technically not, you know, like the best break, but this is a very strong push. But either way, we see the fact that we have a full bearish candle that closed under the last low over here. Then we have a retracement, right? And then we see a continuation. So I caught this kind of late. This is where I caught it, somewhere around here. I'd have to look at the time and all that stuff, but I'm not going to do that. But either way, what I saw is this starting to pull downwards, and then I entered in somewhere around here, obviously around here, right? And now we're looking for a continuation. So how do I know I got into a good trade? Well, we saw one break. So this red line right here was the last low, right? Right there. This is the last low. We see many bearish candles close under the last low. We see a retracement. We see the continuation. Generally, you're supposed to find a bullish engulfing or bearish engulfing to be able to enter in. So I entered in. Great. Now, how do I know I got into a good trade? Well, we're looking for price to continue pushing downwards under the previous low. And that's exactly what we see right here. So it's this candle right here that made me say, great, I'm in a good trade. For now, at least. Okay? So we see that this is the last low, the newest last low. And then we see a full bearish candle, this bearish candle right here. Let me go ahead and highlight it. I'm not going to make it black. Make it green. This bearish candle right there. That bearish candle, a full bearish candle. Oh, well, essentially this one right here. This is actually the first bearish candle right here that closes fully under that last low over here. Now, someone will probably say, okay, damn it. Probably someone would say, well, what about this one? A bearish candle goes under it. You know, that big one right there. But is it the full bearish candle? That's what we're looking for, the full bearish candle to go ahead and close under that last low. And this is the first one. That's the retrace. And that right there is the confirmation. So a lot of people were looking for this one, and that's why once this one closed, you see the next one close again. That's why there was another rush. Here's the thing, though. You'll go ahead and enter in on a good trade, right? So generally, let's say you enter in here, you enter in here, you enter in this one. You see that the price, you know, price closes under the last low, and you enter in, right? And that's okay, but generally what you want to do is you want to enter in after the break of structure and then the retrace. So the rule goes like this. Got it from a great friend of mine. No retrace, no entry. So you wanted to have it retrace before you enter in, and that's why I didn't enter in right away, just because we saw that these candles went ahead and closed, you know, under the last low. You generally don't want to enter in right away. You want to have it retrace first. Now, how long can that take? Well, in this case, mind you, this is a large move. We're talking about 1,000 pip move. I don't think I know anybody that's caught a 1,000 pip move before, personally at least. Okay, other than, you know, what we're doing here, because most people, they go on smaller time frames. So generally, other people, they will get into trades that, you know, last, you know, a day, 2 days, 3 days, and that's fine. But you know, they're catching 50 pips, generally under 100 pips, you know, and that's not what we do here. Like right now, my trade hardly even has started, and we're up 111 right now. Generally, that's somebody's week, you know, not over here. So this retrace, as you can see, took 4 days by itself. You know, so it takes some time for the way that we move, but I could be able to just do whatever I want in the meantime. You know, I'm not stressed when I trade, and I think that's what a lot of people want. Where you can be able to go to work, you can be able to be with your family, but still be able to have this add in and grow your account over time. So that's how we trade here. So anyways, so like I was saying, generally you'll see the fact that, oh, it broke structure, great, you enter in, right? Cool, that's okay. But I'm letting you know now, it's most likely going to retrace. So just because price is down here and I'm up 111 pips right now is great, 100%, it's great. But I'm letting you know, let's say price stops right here, which probably will not, but let's say it stops right here. Price is definitely going to have some type of retrace, all right? I don't want to say definitely, it's probably going to have some type of retrace and a large retrace, right? But it matters on your trading style. Usually what I say is, hey, listen, as long as price does not close past, like a full candle close past 38.2, based upon the last higher low, in this case, and lower low, that retrace right there, as long as price is not past 38.2 on a Fibonacci retracement tool, like from here to here, we entered in there, cool, you don't want it to pass 38.2, generally, okay? But in this case, I'm going to hold it because I see 1,000 pip move, and what we're looking at is the H1 time frame right now, but we're looking at a daily charts move, so this is where we entered in. We're looking for price to, to continue downwards, all the way down here. All right, so this is where we entered. We're looking for price to get to here at the least, 1,200 pips, but this is really where we're looking for price to get to, about 1,300 pips. So this is a long move. And then, yeah. So for example, as far as like the time frame on how long this may take, from here to here was 1,100 pips, and it took 97 days. Am I going to just get into one trade during that 97 days? No, I'm going to do what they call scale in. So I'm going to get into multiple trades inside of there. And if anything, let me go ahead and go over that real quick. So in order to be able to get into multiple trades, what we want to do is we want to see an actual retrace. So from point A to point B, we want this to retrace. Then we find another bearish engulfing pattern and we enter again. And then it starts pushing downwards. And then from point A to point B, we look for another retrace, bearish engulfing pattern, and then we enter in again. And just do it again and again and again. So yes, because the move is 97 days, doesn't mean that I'm just doing one trade in 97 days. I'm gonna have my main trade, so this is my main trade, and then I'm going to have trades inside of there too. Some of them I'm going to close right away, within that day, week, or 2 weeks. Some of them are going to let it last that whole time. But let's just say that we have, it matters on the lot size that you're doing. Let's say you have a 0.01 lot. What would that be? 0.01 lot, 1,000 pips. Let's go ahead and break this down. So I'm going to do all of them. And there's a really cool app. I would suggest that you guys go ahead and get that. It's called My FX Book. It's an app, right? My phone's about to die. So My FX Book, you can be able to have all your trades on there, and it can be able to show you, your growth over time and stuff like that. But man, okay, 0.01 lot, 10 pips is $1, 100 pips is $10, 1,000 pips is $100. So if you have a 0.01 lot, it's $100. If you have a 0.10 lot, that's $1,000, right? Extra money, within 3 months, that's not bad. An extra $300 for one trade that you took 15 minutes to find, that's not that bad. Let's say you have a standard lot, it's $10,000. But yeah. So with that being the case, guys, hopefully you learned something. If you did, I want to know, and if you did not, I want to know. And what I mean by that is, go ahead and leave a comment below. And I'm not those YouTubers that just trying to get these comments to be able to have the channel grow. Yes, I want the channel to grow, but at the same time, I want to be able to hear from you, because the more I hear from you, the more I know what to be able to add into these videos. So I heard people wanted to know about the key levels and stuff like that. So what I did was, on the side over here, on YouTube, there's going to be a video or a couple of videos, a playlist of me teaching how to be able to do the key levels. It's all going to be on there, right? And I didn't know to do that until somebody told me, hey, can you teach about that? Well, I have a video on that. When it comes to fibs, it's kind of hard to be able to do that because that's all a part of the course. But when you get started with the course, you're going to be able to get access to that. But in the comment section, go ahead and put in, questions that you have on a particular time. You can be able to put a time. Hey, at this particular time, I have a question about X, Y, and Z, right? Or hey, on the next video, can you explain a little bit more on X, Y, and Z? So that type of stuff helps you and me, right, over time, right? So, yeah, and if this helped you out, please click on the like button. I helped you out with the video. You helped me out with a like, right? And if there's somebody else that that's also trading already, right, and wants to be able to learn a little bit more, go ahead and send them this video because I'm pretty sure they're going to appreciate the fact that that you sent them this video because over time they're going to be able to follow us and stuff like that. All right, so FxProNow.com is where we have all of our content. We have a free 1-hour Forex training that you can be able to get access to. So go to FxProNow.com, whenever you get the chance. All right. Greatly appreciate your time. I'm gonna have some tea. You want to tell them bye and press like?
No.
No? Do you want to tell them bye?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
And give them some tea. Give them some tea.
Okay.
Give them some tea. Say, here you go.
Here you go.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good job.